gearing in the rear. We want to upgrade to a 373 gearing. That'll increase our revs, but we'll offset that with a brand new intake manifold, and that'll increase our shifting points by about 1,000 RPMs.
Cristy Lee is an American television personality, realtor, and reporter, probably best known as one-third of the host cast from Motor Trend's series All Girls Garage. By all accounts, Lee is an automotive genius worth her weight in gold. The television series All Girls Garage follows the challenging lives of 3 female auto technicians working for Gas Monkey Garage as they take on the most difficult projects presented to the industry, proving that women can be just as competent in the workshop as their male counterparts. Unfortunately, despite being one of the more popular members of All Girls Garage, certainly adored by her many fans and followers, Christy departed the show in 2020. While this might have been a devastating disappointment for all the petrol heads who enjoyed watching the show, Christy's fans need not worry, as she will soon be back on our television screens, though entertaining us in a different series. Despite being so popular among viewers, Christy lived an isolated life, very reserved, away from the camera and scrutiny of the public, and as a result, her personal life remained a mystery for many. For those who care to know, and those who might not know anything yet about the beautiful television host, we did a lot of digging to find all the possible available information on Lee to inform her dedicated fans and followers. While finding personal information about the All Girls Garage hostess seems nearly impossible, many people often confuse her with a former Miss Teen USA princess, Cristy Lee Woods, and because of this, their online biographies often get mixed up. Then, due to Lee's wish to retain privacy, some sources of information seem, at the very least, rather questionable. As one example, a misconception that exists on the internet is the disputed age of the television host, which some sources of information suggest ranges somewhere in her 40s, stating that she was born in 1977. However, according to her Instagram profile, Christy only recently celebrated her 35th birthday, obviously debunking some of the myths surrounding her background. Due to the confusion between Lee and Woods, many also seem to get her place of birth wrong, often suggesting that the All Girls Garage hostess hailed from Huntsville, Texas. But according to Christy's personal webpage, she comes from Daytona Beach, Florida. It's from her hometown origins that Lee developed a love for oceanic scenery, and she spends a great deal of her free time roaming beaches and walking along the shores of America. While maintaining a strict approach to privacy, Christy remains outspoken about the things she's most passionate about, which, as many could guess, includes cars, motorcycles, and family. Born on October 21, 1987, Christy developed her love for all things motorized at the young age of 3, under the guidance of her father, who also had a passion for automotive engineering. As Christy would finally recall, writing about it in her personal biography, she would spend her early childhood days in a fantastic greenhouse that featured flower gardens, a pool, and a stone fountain, all designed and built by her father in their backyard of their Florida home. Even more importantly, though, Christy recalls how she spent her childhood observing her dad as he worked on his 2002 BMW in his import workshop, which he intended to pass on to Lee once she was old enough. This never actually happened, but Christy's father's passion for automotive restoration and tinkering certainly took a hold of her, and she would eventually pursue a similar career. According to Christy, it's never only about the end result, but she enjoys the process of achieving the end desire by getting down and dirty and working with her hands. Aside from this, one of Christy's fondest memories includes sitting on the gas tank of her father's dirt bike as they went for adventurous rides in the Florida landscapes. While many might consider it irresponsible to go dirt biking with a 3-year-old as a passenger, Christy praises her dad's methods, claiming that he was the biggest influence in her life. It's because of these early adventures that she developed a passion for motorcycles. Now, with more than 18 years' experience, and the same passion led her to the early decision to seek a career as a sports reporter, which eventually gained her fame as a host on All Girls Garage. Shortly after graduating college, Christy moved from Daytona Beach to Detroit, Michigan, where she worked as a real estate investor and subsequently made her debut in the industry. While she's not famously known for her realtor experience, her passion for renovation earned her a position as host of the reality television series Steal This House. The show specifically follows Christy as she finds inexpensive homes in Detroit and invests in the renovation of said projects to turn them into marvelous works of art. The show aired its first season in 2022, and a second season is expected in the coming year. However, while living in Detroit, Christy's passion for automotive sports got the better of her, and after breaking into the industry as a radio DJ and personality, she quickly made her mark and would soon be reporting on numerous motorsporting events. Some of Christy's noteworthy coverage included events such as the X Games, MotoGP, Monster Jam, and Moto America, among many more. Christy also worked as a reporter for Fox, ESPN, Speed, ABC, and CMT, covering many of the above-mentioned events, which eventually caught the attention of the creators behind her claim to fame, All Girls Garage. In 2011, Christy became one of the original hosts of All Girls Garage, which premiered its first season in 2012 and remained a constant member until her departure in 2020. However, while no longer being a permanent cast member, Christy still makes recurring appearances. As a go-to guru about all things car and motorcycle related, Christy's expertise would simply be too valuable for the show to completely drop her. In addition, her informed views and experience also landed her a place among the cast of Garage Squad as co-host during 2019 and 2020. Aside from this, Christy's also taken part in many other hosting jobs prior to appearing in All Girls Garage, which notably included a position as co-host of the Tunnel of Fire Stunt Derby in 2013. She also worked with Toyota on their online virtual factory tour in 2016 and appeared as the host of the Ford Performance online program in December that same year. Taking a short break in 2020, Christy stated that she needed some much-needed time away from both of the shows on which she was working at the time, but didn't give any specific reason for her departure. Luckily for all her fans, she didn't completely dissociate from the girls in Gas Monkey Garage and can still be seen in the show from time to time. While she may not have given any specific reason, many of her fans and the media suggested that she took time off for medical reasons. Apparently, Christy underwent an appendectomy in 2020 to treat a burst appendix. This was later confirmed by Christy via her Twitter account, in which she informed her fans that she was fine and would soon be back in action. Following her short hiatus, Christy re-emerged in 2021 as a guest kitchen designer on the Food Network's Grill of Victory reality television competition show, in which she shares her creative genius as an interior designer. Christy then began working on her own series dedicated to home renovations, Steal This House, in 2022, but not before starring in her latest project. In 2021, Discovery Plus launched their new reality television show in which Christy appears as both host and technician in an automotive renovation series with a bit of a unique twist. The series aired its first season with spectacular success, and it's expected to outperform again with the launch of a second season. The concept of the show, Celebrity IOU Joyride, features a selection of famous celebrities hoping to gift personal friends or family members cars that they would truly appreciate, considered a joyride. Naturally, Christy would be responsible for the renovation of said cars, which includes numerous classics such as a 1963 Buick Electra that Christy constructed for actor James Marsden. Other celebs featured on the show include the likes of Renee Zellweger, skateboarder Tony Hawk, and many others. It doesn't seem that Cristy Lee will be retiring anytime soon, as she remains busy with her real estate development and continues to play host for Celebrity IOU Joyride, which her fans would of course appreciate. For those afraid that Christy might be gone for good, rest assured that for the time being, the genius from All Girls Garage isn't. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.